Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of How Do You Do That Golf Course Maintenance, or probably what we should call it now, How Do You Do That Flora Maintenance. So, a couple weeks ago, this lady for many years has been taking care of all the flower potted plants, all the flower beds of flowers at the golf course, around the clubhouse, and everywhere. And just did an absolutely exceptional job. Well, she had retired a few weeks ago, and I was uh, humbly and uh, gladly accepted the role of horticulture head of the horticulture department, which is just me right now. So I'm going to be taking care of all the flowers, potted plants around the golf course, as well as golf course maintenance. I'm excited. Going to have to start dealing with a whole different ball game, but I'm looking forward to the challenge and look forward to see how good we can get these plants and flowers around the clubhouse, around the golf course, doing. So, one thing we're going to do, if I can take the camera, is what we did today. This is actually after work because I didn't have time this afternoon while we were doing it. But there's a ton of these pansy beds in front of the clubhouse, around the clubhouse. And so what we did today was dealing with, and now I'm at my house right now, was how to keep pansies looking beautiful all summer long. If you live in a warm climate over the summer, you'll notice that pansies sort of peter off and don't really do anything. They probably go to seed and just don't look pretty anymore. That's preventable. So the first thing you want to do is keep the pansies and keep your flowers moist. Don't bury them in water. Don't drown them in water. I watered these these pansies, maybe about 2-3 hours ago. So they're still, you can still feel a little bit of the moisture on it. They're still a little wet. Most annuals, when they start to dry out, they tend to go to seed and never really come back to their full glory and potential. So what we want to do is remove the faded flowers. Inside the spent flowers is this bead, and inside, right in the middle, can't really see it very well, but I only have one hand, so is this little bead. That's a seed pod right in the middle there, and that's what we want to remove. If you remove those, that'll trigger the plant to produce more blooms, branch out, and try to complete its life cycle. With annuals, which is what pansies are, the life cycle is to set flowers, produce seed, and then die, and then a new generation will come up from the seeds. So if we stop the seed production, the plant will think it needs to produce more, and in turn, you'll produce more and more flowers. So that's what we did all day today. It's going to be interesting to see what all happens, because it's my first experience with this. So you'll want to remove the whole stem, and we did this for all the flowers. So obviously this one's nice, but what we did was to make it look more uniform and everything. What we did was we ended up taking off the whole stem. You could leave the whole stem on, but it just doesn't look doesn't look very good at all. So if I was to do something like that right there, you can see the stem just doesn't look very nice. So you want to prune it back a little bit like that, and so you'd want to do this to all the flowering parts, like so. So let's say it's a Monday and you have a party at your house that weekend. If you choose to do this on that Monday, usually by the weekend you'll be getting all kinds of new buds. I'd give it 5 to 7 days of good growing time. So to be more certain of the growth and production of the new flowers, especially if the plant isn't doing so well as this one is, you might actually want to do this the weekend before the party, or even perhaps the latter half of the previous week. And so that's why it took all afternoon, because like I said, we have many pansy beds and potted flowers and everything around the golf course and clubhouse. So it's going to be very, very interesting. There you go.